been that long since I've filmed, I've completely forgot what to do, how to start. Anyway, welcome back. Hello. It has been a really long time since I've sat down and filmed pretty much anything, especially talking to the camera. I genuinely have kind of just forgot how I do it comfortably, if I'm going to be honest. But yeah, it has been like what, a month since I last uploaded. I mentioned in my last vlog that at the end of that vlog, like, to not be concerned if I looked the same in the next vlog because I was continuing filming, and technically I did continue filming. I carried on, filmed an entire intro, an entire bit, and I decided the next few days after that I was actually just going to have a break, which I did. It was very much needed. And then after that I got sick. I got poorly. I was poorly for like 2 weeks, and I am slowly coming out of it. I now feel well enough to happily come on camera and actually talk to you guys. So I will quickly just run through like where I've been and what's been going on, because it's not that important, it's nothing serious. But basically I have mentioned in the past that I have been doing a garden renovation. Me and my partner have been doing it. We've been doing it most of the year, and then like at the last couple weeks during August, September and October was kind of like crunch time. We wanted it done before the bad weather, and luckily we finished it just before the craziness of like the rain and stuff came in. I'll show you some pictures here like before and after, and some progress pictures of the garden. But yeah, it's not completed. We've still got another patio bit to do, but luckily the patio that's currently down is absolutely fine. We can use it, and we're going to finish it next year. But anyway, we basically did that for like 3-ish months straight, and then I had a week off just to chill, to do nothing, like just to sit and quite literally just become a potato. And then I got poorly, and I'm convinced it was almost COVID. My partner had it before me, and then I caught it, and we were both felt that bad that we was honestly like, I think this is COVID again. I don't know if it was, never took a test. But either way, we're back out of it, and now we're here on November 12th is the first time where I've actually gone, you know what, I think I can start filming again. So last week I actually did do some painting. Last week I started work on a commission that I've been given that I need to do for Christmas, which I am behind on because I got poorly. I wanted to start that a lot sooner and just didn't have the energy. But I've been starting it now, so I've actually been working on that today, and as like I say, started it last week, so I've been making some nice progress on that. And yeah, I have some other things that I would like to talk to you about, but I don't want to just be sat here talking, because over the past few weeks that I have been poorly, when I've had a whole lot of wanting to do nothing but wanting to do something, but not being able to do anything because I'm so tired, but also being really annoyed at myself for not being able to do anything because I'm too tired to do anything, I had a lot of thinking about how I want to go forward with my life for one, and my art business. I also had, coming towards the end of my illness last week, a really bad day. I had a panic attack like an hour before I was supposed to leave for work. Actually, yeah, it was an hour before I was supposed to leave for work, and just the floodgates opened. Everything that I'd been feeling this year had just built up, and it all came out. And then I've just had like a rethink again about how I want to go forward with this business. And I thought, rather than me just talk about it while I'm sat here and you've got nothing to look at, nothing that's entertaining, I'm going to insert some footage of me prepping for some studies that I'm going to be doing for my 100 Scene Studies challenge that I'm taking part in, that is being created by Alison Aletha. I will link her down below. But yeah, I thought I'd show you some stuff. So it's a lie, I have actually been filming, but nothing interesting. It was stuff that I was able to just put my phone on and away we go. So yeah, I thought I would do that rather than just sit here and you have nothing to look at. Or yeah, I hope you enjoy. I am now just realising that I completely forgot to introduce myself the first time I sat down to film this today. So if you are new here and you don't know me, hi, my name is Leah. I am the owner and creative behind Lero Art, and yeah, welcome to my channel and whatever awkward journey this is about to be. It has been a very long time since I have actually sat down and done a voiceover. Since I started vlogging, I haven't really done one because I just thought, oh, I don't need to do voiceovers anymore now. I can just film and talk and make it a voiceover. But I just thought, you know, rather than be on camera, that we could just do a voiceover. So, while you're enjoying me doing 2 sketches of scenes that I will be doing for my 100 Scene Studies challenge, if you are interested in what they are, this first one is from The Little Mermaid, and it is The Little Mermaid's castle. I didn't really have a strategic way of picking this scene in particular. I basically just scanned through the film and came across this and just thought, that is a good looking castle and I want to paint it. So that's what we're doing. I'm sketching it in a minute. So yeah, while we're doing that, I'm gonna quickly not quickly, I don't know how long this is gonna go. I'm gonna kind of go over just kind of how my mind was been working for the past couple of weeks while I was ill. And we all know that we probably, well, I don't know if we know, we probably shouldn't believe anything our mind tells us when we're in a poorly sick state, because it's never a good time. You already feel like shit. So sure, why not listen to your mind? Because that just sounds great. Yeah, so basically I had like a brief few days in between feeling really, really sick where I was like, oh, maybe I'm getting better. I feel fine. I can do this. So I had like a slight burst of energy, probably due to the sheer amount of tablets I was on. But I had a burst of energy and thought, you know what, I'm going to sit and I'm going to brainstorm where and how I want my business to go. Content ideas, project ideas, stuff I would like to do, like, yeah, basically just how I would ideally like to go forward in my business. And quick spoiler alert, I've already spoiled it, I guess. I changed my mind again after the really rough Saturday I had where I decided to have a panic attack for the first time in years. But basically, I sat down and did a brainstorm spider diagram mind map, which I have recently discovered that this is my preferred way of planning and like jotting ideas down. I've tried with Milanote, I've tried with Notion. I just prefer the traditional analog method, I guess, of writing things down and colour coding it, like with pens and paper, for it just seems to stick in my head more. I actually refer back to it more than I do digital planning. So yeah, I mean, I had a great time. And I don't really know why I didn't do it sooner. I kind of forgot that like mind map spider diagrams existed for some reason. But yeah, anyway, that's what I did. And I wrote down a few plans, which really got me motivated to want to get back into doing art. You know, like it'd been so long since I'd physically been able to do anything. I mean, I literally spent a solid 2 weeks on the sofa, either asleep or watching telly. Like I didn't even have the effort to play a game or read a book. I had 2 weeks of boring, and I was getting really fed up and fidgety by the end of it. So doing this really kind of like made me motivated to want to come back to doing art again. So the plans that I had down, which I'm pretty sure in my goals video, like one of the 2 that I've done, I mentioned this before, but I wanted to, basically I wrote down that I wanted to do my own like world building, basically create my own universe with my own characters, go into like painting illustrations of the characters that I create in like their world, their environment. You know, they're interacting with their friends, their environment, basically just like living in that world as if it's like real. I even wrote down inspirations such as like Adventure Time, the Studio Ghibli for the stylization of their artwork, Catnip for the way that she creates worlds. I'll link her in the description below. Julianne Doodles as well, you know, she's an incredible artist and she has some really cool like illustrations of her characters interacting in their day-to-day life, I guess. I wrote down so many inspirations for these things. I also wanted to then crochet the characters and bring them to life in like big plushie form, maybe as like a limited edition drop, or maybe they had like limited edition clothing and collectibles, that kind of thing. Like I wanted to go back into stickers, the keychains. I still wanted to do the bookmarks. I still wanted to do like, the book and Kindle sleeves. I also wrote down that I still wanted to do the pet portraits, and I just really got excited. And I have done a doodle of one of the characters. It was very, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, it wasn't hard work and it was very simple. I actually did do some drawing while on one of the days that I had energy, so I was like, you know, I'm gonna bring this character to life now because clearly I have no patience. So some of the other things that I also wrote down was that I wanted to get back into doing like the 100 scene studies challenge. I also wanted to then do more projects for me, so I wanted to do the 100, to go back to the 100 scene studies challenge again. I also had the idea, thanks to Crochet by Kitten Girl J, her name is. She has done a series where she is crocheting all of the Pokemons, and I was then like, oh my god, I really want to crochet all of the Viva Pinatas. Like, why not do a project for me, something that I really love and enjoy? And when I first started doing this art business, before even YouTube or on Instagram, I was drawing the Viva Pinatas and stuff. And I just had all these ideas of all these things that I wanted to do. And then the panic attack hit, and I realised, after talking to my partner about it, you know, as I was halfway into getting ready for work, before I was about to step out the door, just how much pressure I've actually been putting on myself this year. And this was with everything. This is with life, home stuff, relationships, friendships, art, my other business, that my other work, basically, just finances, hobbies, just everything. I just realised how much pressure I've been putting on myself, and I've been low before, but I had not been that low in a very long time. And I just kind of, you know, I was talking all these things out loud and just sitting and thinking, like, I really have just put an incredible amount of pressure on myself that I just don't think that I'm going to be able to do all of these things that I want to do, and I'm going to have to dial it back to something. And the one thing I wanted to dial back was actually a lot of the stuff I wanted to do for the art business, because as you know, I obviously want this to be a job, and so far I've not really made that much. With the sheer amount of stuff that I have paid for, all the expenses and everything that's gone out, all the markets that I've done, the amount that I've actually brought in so far, there is no profit this year. Which is absolutely fine, but I think that I have been so focused so far on being that I have to make this so I've got something to sell. I have to make this so I've got something to sell. I have to make this, I have to make this, I have to make this. This will sell, this will sell, this will sell. And then getting to my markets and realising that is not the case, it doesn't sell and it probably won't sell, has been a bit of a realisation. And you know, it's absolutely fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But I've just I've just been putting that kind of pressure on myself, as I need stuff to sell, where I've just basically just decided now, yes, it's a priority, but it's also not a priority I need to stress about. I need to chill the fuck out. So I have kind of stripped it all the way back, and I have decided that I, for now, am mostly going to be making art that I enjoy and just documenting my journey, because why not? I also don't really want to do any of this as like an official series where I sit down and, you know, it's like scripted and it's thought about. I just want to upload them as vlogs, and if it becomes a series, the only way that it'll become a series, for instance the 100 scene studies challenge, is if I upload a time lapse or a speed paint, whatever you want to call it, so you can watch purely the artwork and not mixed in with a vlog. So yeah, I'm still going to be crocheting. I'm going to be crocheting a lot less randomly, and for now, for me, I am going to be focusing on crocheting the Viva Pinata characters. I'm making patterns of the characters just in case you guys want to make your own. It is still a very popular, beloved game, and I would like to find my fellow Viva Pinata lovers in the world, because we need to band together to get Rare to bring it back, or at least bring it onto the Switch or something. I don't know. Yeah, so that's what I want to do so far. I still will be doing my animal paintings because I really enjoy them. I will still be taking on pet portrait commissions, link in the description if you would like one. And I will be doing the 100 scene studies challenge, because again, that is, for me, is just fun. It's still painting, it's a little bit different, it's not just animals, it's also a really good chunk of practice that I can take on board for the future, for when I do create my own world, and then when I feel like I'm in a better place to go ahead and progress and grow, I will do so. But basically, I'm not, so far I don't think this is specifically for my art business, I don't think I've been necessarily focusing on building an audience or a community. I think I've been too focused on must make to sell, and that's really not a good mindset to have. So that is stopping, and my mindset now is create more fun, create more art. And yeah, that's kind of how things went. I really just want to have fun and talk to you guys, and just hope that you guys enjoy it as well. Like, I just want so much less pressure. I can't keep doing this because, as I say, panic attacks then happen apparently, and I thought I was over that. Clearly not. But yeah, I don't know if we've moved on to it so far, but if we have and I haven't mentioned it, the second scene that I roughly sketched is from Beauty and the Beast, and this is when Beast shows Belle his library, and this is like the big full view. If you know what this scene looks like without looking at the sketch, you know how many books I have to paint by hand. Yeah, that's gonna be fun. But yeah, I think that's it for now. I think that's everything that I have to talk about for now. I think so. I just hope this made sense and that it was a bit more enjoyable than just seeing my face. If we haven't already, I'm sure I had enough footage to be able to cover this up. Back to actual Leah. So before I just also completely forget about it, in between all of this, rightly or wrongly, I did also have my Halloween market. As you all know, I did have, you made up. I did in fact have a market in between. But you don't know I had it in between. I had a Halloween market basically on October 26th, which was a Saturday. No, it wasn't. It was a Sunday. And it was at Newstead Centre. It was in Newstead, basically, about 20 minutes away from me. It was 10 till 1, 10 till 2, might have even been 11. I don't know. That whole period is just one big blur. Either way, I will tell you how I did. The cost of the table was £15, and for once, out of all 3 markets I've done, I actually made profit. Well, that's a lie. I made profit on the first market. I actually made profit. I sold 2 items. I sold a bat and a bookmark, both for £10 each, so I actually made £20. So I made a total of £5, which probably went towards my fuel. But either way, I still made money. Pretty happy about it. To be honest, I was actually more excited that I saw the bookmark. It was the strawberry bookmark. It's one of the cutest ones I have. And yeah, someone came in and I'm pretty sure bought something off of everybody. In general, the organizer was lovely. The venue we were in was absolutely freezing. There was a spot right at the next to my table that only just felt warm, so a lot of people were like coming to my table to warm up a little bit. Everybody there was lovely. I was talking to a few people around me and everyone just seemed really nice. Unfortunately, it just wasn't that busy. I think it was because it was half term here in the UK, or at least I don't know if it's everywhere, but it was where I was. And obviously it's the weekend before Halloween, so I don't know, I don't think people were too fussed about going out. I mean, there was some kids that came through that were all dressed up and looked very sweet, but yeah, it just wasn't a super busy event. I mean, I still had a nice time. I took a crochet project with me and I just sat and I crocheted the day away basically. I made a friend there. I will link her Instagram down below. I think her handle is Toads Adorbs, fellow crocheter. And yeah, it was a really lovely time despite it not being so busy. And like I say, my highlight was that I sold a bookmark. I have also had 2 orders on my Etsy site, which I never thought would happen. So that was very exciting. I will actually insert some footage here of me packaging the orders. So thank you to the 2 people that bought things from me. I'll put your names up here because I can't remember because it was so long ago that I forgot who you are. So sorry. But one of the orders was also a crochet bag and another one was a flower keychain, which I thought was really, really sweet. That's kind of how things have been recently. And then I also, you probably see me like popping them up here and there. I have already started working on the crocheting all of the Viva Pinatas. But this was actually before I got poorly. I just wanted to sit and crochet for fun and see how things went, and I decided to crochet a worm. This is my little worm. The eyes are felt. I did in fact stick these on. It looks different on either side because I couldn't quite figure out how I wanted to sew these triangles on, but yeah, it's the worm. So this is the first one where I've kind of just made up my own pattern as well. These are sewn on pieces. I was kind of too afraid to do colour work in the pattern to start off with, so I thought I would crochet on it. I don't know if I like them 3D, but I also kind of do like them 3D. I also would like to crochet like little tags that would be the pinata's texture, so like some of those are sticking out. But yeah, for now, I think this is really cool. I'm gonna have a go at making another one of these. I mean, whether I film that or not, who knows. But I would like to have a go at making another one because I also want to crochet it with some wire to basically have a bunch of them in like different poses, and I also want to create all of the variations and the wild cards and the egg, and before you actually get the pinata when it's in its black and white form. And then yes, so far he sits on the windowsill upstairs in our bedroom, so whenever we open the curtains in the morning he's the first thing you see. How cute is he? I love him. But I'm pretty proud of myself for this being like the first pattern I've ever written. I know it's a tube. I know it gets slightly bigger towards the end. I'm pretty proud. is, my phone's the other way around, so I don't actually know where they're. It is the afternoon. It is almost, I think, like 4 o'clock, basically. I haven't done much today in terms of art, and I'm gonna be honest, kind of annoyed at myself, but also not. I did spend some of this morning working on a crochet pillow that I have been trying to finish for about a year. That is going to be on my sofa. It is actually, so it's the duo for this one. This is the first one I made, and I wanted to make 2. I never got round to making 2 because I ran out of black wool, so I'm slowly finishing it. I actually started working on it at my Halloween market last month. It's just, you know, so I had something to crochet, you know, like a really mindless project to do while I was there. So I worked on that this morning, and I literally just need to attach it and put a cushion in it. So I'm kind of happy with that. And then I spent another chunk of the day cleaning the house. And then since then I have got ready. I have a nail appointment in about an hour, which I need to go to fix this. And then I will have achieved nothing art related today at all, which is kind of driving me insane. And the reason being is because during my 2 weeks of like being ill, not knowing what to do, I basically just kind of like went over the things that I need to start working on a little bit better, and one of them is actually like my work-life balance, work-home life balance, I guess, because I highly prioritize, you know, my art and growing this channel and social media and all of that, that I kind of forget about the fact that I live in a house that needs to be maintained. Me and my partner also lives here, but he works full time, so he doesn't have as much time as me to be able to do it, so it's only fair that I do it. And yeah, it's just, I kind of forget that I actually have a house that needs cleaning. Not that it's ever dirty, but it's just, I just need to work on actually cleaning the house a bit more, which, you know, it's just, it's I don't mind it, you know, it's okay when you do it. I don't want to ever say it's fun. I kind of find it fun when I'm in the zone, but it's not one of them jobs where I'm like really excited to do it. So I've been trying to like prioritize a day in the week where I actually focus on sorting the house out, which is another reason why I've not been able to do anything art related. So I'm getting itchy, but I have to do it. So I just feel a bit weird that I haven't actually like sat and done anything today, because I've been doing that. I mean, I definitely could have done this morning, but I just thought I just want a nice easy project to get me going. The other thing that keeps, you know, not bumming me out, but is I need some like time in the morning to get going. And I mean, I get up at like 9, and then I have an hour where I put the washing out, I have my breakfast, I have a cup of tea, and then all of a sudden it's like 10:30, 11. I just don't feel like I ever have time, and it's driving me mad, but it's fine. I need to adjust to it. I need to get used to it, because this is what needs to happen going forward. I need better balances between all of it, and unfortunately only I can work on that, so great. But yeah, I just thought I'd pop on, say hello, and just update you on what I've actually done today. I don't know how much more I'm going to be able to do today, because I don't particularly want to film later on in the evening. Yeah, it's just one of them, like I like to stop by like 5, 6 o'clock. Basically by the time my partner's done, I like to be done. But last night I did carry on working on some of my worm. I never actually mentioned which one I was working on. So, well, I did, because it's a worm. But this is a worm, weird that. And this is the one that you get before you actually claim it. If you don't know the game Viva Pinata, it's basically a cozy garden animal simulator game where you think like Pokemon, but for pinatas. Like, you collect them, you have requirements, you can breed them, you can then get variations of them, but you also need requirements to bring them into your garden and then to have them as a resident. So this is what they all, like, all of them are black and white before you actually get them as a resident, like a member of your garden. So they're all in black and white, and then when you get them, stretch. When you actually get them, they turn all colourful. So yeah, so this is the one that I've already done, as I showed you yesterday. And this is the one I was working on yesterday. The pattern is slightly different. I found a bunch more photos because I actually was playing this once and I was trying to like hold on to the pinata to get reference photos and stuff, and they just moved too much, so I couldn't. So I found some online and I actually got the pattern wrong. I didn't realise there was a stripe here. So in this one it's relatively straight for this part and then gets gradually bigger here. I want it a bit more like triangular looking, as you can kind of see that I've done with this. So it's gonna get gradually bigger towards the head is basically what I'm saying. So that's where I'm at with this one. So yeah, I'm kind of just working how I want the pattern out by making the different variations, and then I will do another one which will be the finalized one, I guess. But I don't know, like, how do you guys, anyone watching, if you make crochet patterns, like how do you make crochet patterns? Like, do you like trial and error it the same way I'm doing, where you kind of make the full thing and then make more of them? I think it's easier for me to do this because there's so many different pinatas to make. Or do you like make bits and undo it? Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't know, I'm just someone who like is worried that they're wasting all of their wool. So I'm very like, I don't wanna. I'm happy with how this one's going so far, so I'm up to this one, and then I've got the head to go, and then I'm undecided on these bits. I think I said yesterday that I like that they're 3D, and the more I look at them, the more I don't like them. I don't like that they, like, I wish there was a little, like, I like that they're 3D, but I wish they were flatter, and I don't know if it's just because of how I've sewn them on to the pinata, like the plushie specifically, but I feel like they could go flatter. So I might try again. If not, I might just do like some surface sewing and see how that goes. But I do really like the eyes. So these are made out of felt. I actually watched a YouTube tutorial by, it's either Crochet Ghost Kitty or Ghost Kitty Crochet. I will link her down below. She did a really informative video on how she does eyes using felt, and another video on how she creates patterns. So she kind of inspired me to, you know, have a go. But yeah, this is a comparison so far. Progress is being made. I'm excited to see this one stuffed. Little world. But yeah, I think I'm gonna work on this a little bit before I have to go out, and then I'm probably gonna see you tomorrow now. Hello, good afternoon again. Good afternoon. So today is, honestly, I don't even know, Friday, and it is 5 to 3. I actually have the time available today because my TV is turned on. This morning I have been doing a lot more of the pet portrait that I have, because I don't know if I mentioned, but it's supposed to be for a Christmas present. So I think this is the 3rd time I've sat down to do this, but I thought I would spend a few hours in the morning, basically every day that I have off, trying to do this, so I can, you know, I have as much time as possible. I'm doing it in little increments and I can kind of just get what I can done in that spare time. I'm actually going to carry on doing that this afternoon because I feel like I've been making some really good progress on it, and I'm not going to show you, but I am very happy. I will have some footage of me working on it after this so we can like buddy up together. But I thought I'd pop on, even though I'm not doing any work for content purposes, I guess, just because I thought exactly that. Like, I have nothing so far today that is content purposey. Also, if you're wondering why the light is so like staged, if you can't tell from the outside, the weather is shite. All it's done so far today is wind and rain, and that's not from me. And I've got to have a little light on so I can see what I'm doing. So it's just a little ring light. Apologies for the squeaky noises. You are currently on my tripod. So yeah, I have this light on, so the lighting's quite strong. I usually point it down this way, so obviously you can't. Oh, that's actually better. Oh, that's better. Let's do that. Okay. Spooky, but it's fine. Even though I'm kind of going through this, like, trying to be chill and a bit more relaxed and just enjoy what I'm doing rather than worry, I still thought I need to come on and at least end the video. Not that that's the intention right now, but I just thought I would at least like let you know what I've been doing throughout the week, so you don't just think like, oh okay, she's done nothing all week. Not that I think any of you would think that. That's just me. That is just my self-conscious being doing its thing. So yeah, so I'm currently working on a pet portrait. I'm making some really good progress on it. So far I'm really liking it. Like, it's still in that like messy phase, but it's also not. Like, I can see the potential. Also, I did get my nails done. I went for a red, if you could see. Probably not. But they're like a cat eye glittery, can you even tell? Who knows? But yeah, they're a cat eye glittery, like they're kind of Christmas, but not Christmas. I'm not ready for Christmas, I'm really not. But yeah, anyway, let's get on with some more of this.
So then I switched back to a burnt orange yarn, and I basically did an alternating pattern of double crochet clusters and skip stitches in order to kind of begin forming that.
Okay, now I've got to the stage where it's gone past the ugly but I see potential, and has now got to the I'm scared bit. I've got most of like the base colours down, so obviously I'm doing pets, and it's 2 dogs, and they are relatively like long-haired, curly-haired dogs. So I've got down as much colour as I can, as much texture, like underneath colour, and I'm really happy with how it's turning out, but I'm getting to that stage where I am like, is this looking silly or am I doing a good job? So I'm going to stop. I've already smudged an eye, not that it was such a big deal because I only put it in briefly, but still. I'm going to stop now. I think I'm going to finish the cushion that I started, that is for the sofa, to add to I can't bend that much anymore. The twin to this one. I think that might be it for today. I think I might then chill. It is now, what time is it? 4 o'clock. I have plenty of time to do stuff. But yeah, I think for now that's enough painting. I'm gonna tidy up and then, yeah, we'll see what happens again.